Here we are, part 10 of our picture sleeves from batch 2. And we're starting off with a lot of ladies. Samantha Fox, anybody remember her? I used to have a life-size door poster of her on the back of my bedroom door. And couldn't say I was a huge fan of her music, but I sure did like her. And here we are with her Touch Me single, which is probably her most well-known. And as you can see, it was made to be taken apart and made into a poster. So obviously I did not do that with it. But here's the A-side label. Touch me, I want to feel your body. And the B-side, Drop Me a Line. Yeah. So I don't know whatever happened to her, but her 15 minutes seemed to have run out pretty quick. And then we've got Cyndi Lauper here, She Bop, which has got to be one of her better known songs. Yeah, Messing with the Danger Zone. Doo -doo, doo -doo. And the B-side is pretty much the same, but it's got a little bit of extra text there. And looking at the A-side label, She Bop, and the B-side, Witness. Now, Cyndi Lauper did a blues album not too many years back, maybe 10 or 12 now, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. So from her 80s dance roots to blues, she made quite the move. But here we got the Go-Go's doing We Got the Beat, which you might remember was the theme song to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And B-side of that single being Can't Stop the World. But we've got us a nice group shot here on the back side. Kind of hard to get the whole group in there. Pretty much covers it. And they listing all the names there, and we got some other credits. But looking at the 45, the A-side label, We Got the Beat. Now I know that I've covered this 45 before in one of the previous boxes, but again, not a picture sleeve of it. And a B-side of Can't Stop the World. So, and that song wasn't, We Got the Beat wasn't written for Fast Times at Ridgemont High. They used it for the soundtrack. It wasn't a song created for it. There was a lot of great songs on that soundtrack. You look it up, and there's a lot of great songs in the movie that didn't make it on the soundtrack. At least 5 or 6 extra songs, including Zeppelin's Kashmir. So I don't know if that was a matter of getting licensing to add it to the soundtrack or questions of the length. But look that up on Wikipedia, and you will see that there is a number of great songs in the film that are not on the soundtrack. Yeah, and this is the Bangles doing Hazy Shade of Winter, which was from the Less Than Zero movie soundtrack. Rather depressing film, but if you're into teen dramas and or what's his name? The guy that played Iron Man. His name ain't coming to mind right at this moment. But if you're a big fan of his work, his films, that was one of his early roles that was considered a breakout role. And the A-side there, we've got the Bangles with Hazy Shade of Winter, remix version. So this is probably an exclusive 45 version of the song. Made different from the soundtrack, and it is the Simon and Garfunkel song, and they did a really great jammed up version of it. I loved it. It's really good. And the B side of this has Joan Jett and the Blackhearts doing She's Lost You Again, which also noted from Less Than Zero. So there's a Joan Jett and the Blackhearts song from the Less Than Zero soundtrack that I was not even aware of, to tell you the truth. And so, sticking with the ladies, we've got Bananarama up next. And this is a cover song. It was done in the 60s. But I enjoyed their version of it. I thought they did a really great job on Hey Venus. Yeah, baby, she's got it. And we got some nice little artwork here on the back sleeve of some roses and a heart and thorns going right through the heart. So that's actually a little bit brutal there. But showing the A side of the label here, Venus, and the B side of the label being a song called White Train. Not familiar with that one. But next up, we've got an artist that I actually really like, Toni Basil. And she was in that vampire film from the 80s. Can't think of the name of it right at the moment, but she was also in Easy Rider. She's one of the girls that's dancing in the graveyard. And she had quite a career in choreography, movie choreography, before she tried her hand at recording. And this was her one that I'm aware of. Big hit. Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Mickey. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of the song. It's not my style of music, but it was definitely popular. It did really well for her. And like I said, I like her personally. So B-side of that being Thief on the Loose, which isn't a song that I recall ever hearing at all. Next up, we got another Carly Simon. We had a Carly Simon in the last episode, and it would have carried over here, but we ended up moving it on down the line a little bit. And she looked kind of like Tina Turner there. Produced by Mike somebody. Alrighty, and so that's the song Jessie on the A side. And it doesn't ring a bell for me just off the title. And the B side being Stardust, which doesn't look like it's associated with David Bowie in any way, because it's written by her and Mike. Again, I can't pronounce that, Maneri or something, the guy who produced it. So, Juice Newton, Love's Been a Little Bit Hard on Me. This might just be a repeat. I think I've got a couple copies of even this picture sleeve. But want to make sure we covered it. This label's really hard to read. It's that silver on purple again. Love's Been a Little Bit Hard on Me. You might be able to see a little better if I get it angled in the light. And the B-side being a song called Ever True. And I want to go ahead and cover that one just in case we hadn't, because we've got a second Juice Newton one here. Break It To Me Gently. And there again, this isn't a song I'm familiar with, but really nice picture over there on the picture sleeve. And the back side of it looks like it's just got her album cover. I'm pretty sure that was the album cover. And it's interesting that it says Love's Been a Little Bit Hard on Me is also included. So looks like they did the A side of Break It To Me Gently, and then the B side is not. That's interesting. See, it says it right. Oh, also includes the hit. Okay, all right. They got me on that one. The B side is Adios Mi Corazon. Okay. Not at all familiar with that. My Spanish may be a little lacking, but I'm pretty sure that's Spanish. So, next up, we've got an interesting one. We got a few movie ones here in a row. Mike Reno from Loverboy and Ann Wilson from Heart doing Almost Paradise off of the Footloose soundtrack. And yeah, everybody get Footloose, which was a interesting movie, decent movie. It had its moments for sure. That's Kevin Bacon, I believe. Yeah, one of his early roles. And here's the A side label showing that Almost Paradise, love theme from Footloose. And the B side is a Loverboy song called Strike Zone from the album Keep It Up. So that's an interesting choice. Maybe it was also on the Footloose soundtrack. It doesn't note it is here. It actually says it's from the Loverboy album, but that's interesting that you got a Loverboy song on the B-side. And here's another collaboration with Ann Wilson and Robin Zander. Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, as you may know, and Surrender to Me. And that's off of the Tequila Sunrise soundtrack. And I don't remember that being an especially great film. I'm a big Kurt Russell fan, and I like Mel Gibson, and got nothing against Michelle Pfeiffer, but I just do not remember that film being all that great. I do actually have it on the shelf, and I could throw it on sometime, but I don't think I've watched it since the DVD came out and I bought it. So it's obviously not something that's high on my list of films to watch. But there we've got Tequila Dreams by Dave Grusin featuring Lee Ritenour on the B-side. And that A-side there being the Robin Zander and Ann Wilson Surrender to Me collaboration, or duet, or whatever you want to call it. And it is marked as side 1. So, one more movie soundtrack one here to get into this episode, and that's Phil Collins, A Groovy Kind of Love, from the movie Buster. And whoa, sorry, hitting the camera there. B-side of that, showing just another shot of him being bad with cigarette. And looking at the labels, we've got the A-side of Big Noise, and the B-side being A Groovy Kind of Love. Oh, got them backwards again. That was the A-side, and Big Noise being the B-side. So, come on back for part 11, and we'll wrap this box up.